Hello, again, I'm here with Nick Lee, and we are going to, now that we've gone over everything that you need to know, we're going to go into what it is I'm teaching. So at the beginning, I said there were going to be the one big thing, and that's armpit on the back of the head. All right, so we're going to get into what we're going to call home base for this video, which is this alternate front headlock position. All right, so he's just going to sit like this, and I'm going to go over it. This is crazy, but my first thought is to get my armpit on the back of the head. Picture the head as a lever. If you're closer to the shoulder, he's going to keep decent posture with his neck. If you're closer to the end of the lever, you're going to have more pressure. That's going to be able to compress better. Okay. So as I come through, I'm going to not get here where my armpit may be on the back of the head, but I have no weight. Remember weight distribution. I'm going to make sure that my armpit is heavy on the back of the head, okay? Many times we already kind of mess this up if we stay square with the person. So I could get my armpit on the back of the head, but as I think that I'm adding weight, it's actually adding weight to his shoulder. Again, I want to add weight through my armpit at the end of the lever, and I want his jaw to end up hitting his chest. Obviously, it's probably not going to be that extreme, but that's what I'm aiming for. That constant directional pressure that's going to take his jaw to his chest. So the first thing I'm doing is armpit on the back of the head. Now, if I think about it, where is my weight? Well, I'm talking and I'm being nice. Most of my weight is in my knees. However, if I wanted to add a bunch of weight, I'm going to start getting my knees out of the way. Notice it's not back. It's to the side, okay? My legs are going to the side, and now I'm starting to get heavy on the head, okay? And Nick feels that sucks, yeah?
I agree, yeah.
Okay. So, armpit is on the back of the head. We talked about weight, but it needs to be talked about again because it's kind of a weird feeling. My armpit is going to be where all my weight is. So it's like almost like I was hanging from a bar or something. I want to hang from his neck. So I get that heaviness. My legs are getting to the side. And then I'm thinking about, especially as you're practicing this, I'm thinking about how can I drop my weight at first this angle and then continuously shift it. All right. So I haven't done anything with my hands yet. I'm just here. Okay. How can I do that? Getting off to the side, underneath. Boom. Okay. So that's weight. Now grips. The armpit that's going over, my arm is coming underneath, and I'm grabbing, if I can, and we'll talk about all sorts of different grips that we can get here. But if I can, I'm getting underneath the armpit here, okay? My secondary arm, and I'm gonna rotate you 90, maybe like 120 degrees, okay. My secondary arm, like a normal front headlock, is going to have an overhook. So I have that underhook that I had on the other side, I have an overhook here. When you're first learning this, I don't want you to rely on your arms as much as I want you to understand how you're applying your weight. So let's go back to the other side. So now, armpit on the back of the head, I got one grip, I got two grips. I understand where my weight is currently, so I'm going to shift it off to the side. And now my feet and hips are what does the work. I don't need to be strong here. I don't need to pull in as much. I need to retract my arms gently, trying to get them back home. I have a person trapped there, so they'll never get truly home. But just a light retract and then move your feet. So you see how my feet, let's rotate 180 degrees again. So I'm going to be light. I'm not going to have any grips. I'm going to be light just so I can talk on the feet. And he's got to sit here and film forever. So for me to just have weight on the back of his head for hours, probably not going to be the nicest. So I'm trying to be kind here. I have my foot to the mat, right? Our feet are either on the people or on the mat. So in this case, they're on the mat, and I am going to move using the ground. No matter where he goes, I'm expressing my weight through my armpit to compress his jaw into his chest. So if we just lightly, real easy move, he moves, I move. I'm trying to use both feet. Stay with him. Okay. Now, angle of body. So you'll notice as I'm doing that, I'm almost, and there are exceptions to this, which we'll get into later in the video, I'm almost never trying to be straight. I'm always thinking about compressing. Because I'm adding weight and not strength. Because I'm adding weight and not strength, the angle that I take is different than you may be used to. And that's okay. So when I get into this position, I'm almost always perpendicular. This would be your traditional front headlock. I'm not here because he can have, let's see, I'll do it on the other side here. Look at his head posture. Boom. He's still strong. I don't want that strength, especially if you're a smaller grappler or you're grappling with somebody who has a lot of explosiveness. If you're here, they can explode out of this. Okay? But it's really difficult to explode out of this. It's just my weight that's different. Okay? So, understanding that weight distribution, understanding the direction at which you're going, and then understanding that we are moving with the person. Okay? That is the most important part of this thing.